Hi, I'm Tammy. I'm the therapist at Indianapolis Counseling and Mentoring.
Hi, I'm David. I'm the husband and the business manager here at Indianapolis Counseling and Mentoring. All right, we're going to base this video number two, I guess, off of our question that we posed. If you're ever on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. If you're not, at Indianapolis Counseling and Mentoring.com. Also, you can follow us on YouTube. We post videos there, but on Facebook, we post questions, we post statements. But one question that I posed this week was, who pays the bills in your household? Money matters, can be a big part of any relationship. So, A, my spouse pays all the bills. B, we split everything 50-50. C, I paid my bills and he or she pays theirs. D, we both are broke and we're behind on everything. That's kind of like a joke, but in our reality, we have been behind on bills before. When you're married 30 years, you go through stuff. So we have been behind on bills. So, but overall, for our relationship, who pays the bills?
So I think it's kind of gone a couple different ways. So there was a time when we were first married and David joined the military. We had a young baby, young family. I wasn't working, so I couldn't pay no bills. So he paid all the bills. Um, And then once our daughter got up some age and I was able to go to work, he still paid all the bills. And then we used the money that I was making for extra things. If we wanted to go out to eat or go to the movies or whatever, then the little bit that I made, because it was part time, it would go towards extracurriculars. So then I think once we both had salary jobs, um,
Or significant incomes?
yeah, once we both were able to, and I was full time. I mean, our kids were what teens at that point,
Maybe so.
preteens or whatever. Um, then we've always shared a bank account, and so we would just sit down and calculate what we had to pay, look at our bills, look at our money, and then we would pay them. So we would pay from our joint checking account. So there never has been these are your bills, these are your bills. Here goes some money for you, here goes some money for me. It's never really been that. It's always been one shared account with maybe like multiple other accounts attached to it. So if we were trying to save for a vacation or something, we would have another account attached to that mutual account we both had access to. So it was never right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we've always had the same primary bank account,
Yeah.
and we're on both. All of our accounts are joint. All of our bills are in both of our names, except for cars. Sometimes we've had cars where they've been in my name,
Yeah.
sometimes they've been in her name. But we were more traditional. It was more normal for the man to pay the bills for the first half to three quarters of the
Mm-hmm.
last 30 years. I think I paid most of the bills.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of reversed because she's the boss. And now I'm winding down and getting ready to retire. And so I have my steady flow of income, but it's still in the same joint account. And we still pay the bills
Yeah.
from the same joint account. But, um, you know, and I don't ask her for permission to take money out. She doesn't ask me for permission. But we do live by a budget, and we will go into budgeting another time.
Yeah.
And our budget is pretty detailed on how we build and budget for a car,
Yeah.
how we build and budget for our condo, investments and things like that, and
Yeah.
even things that we just want and desire.
Yeah.
And then we recognize, you know what, we ain't got enough money to do that, and we're not doing it. And then you got
Yeah.
to just be like, no, not today. But the question what was the question? Who pays the bills in your household? We ask this because when we do couples counseling, or even when she's doing therapy with individual women, um, what are you noticing that women are doing? Let's talk about the single women. What are
Mm-hmm.
women doing nowadays? Because it's a different lifestyle now.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of women, if they have a good income, a decent income, if they're not really struggling check to check, they're saving their money because they like to travel and They're really into their homes and making their homes a place where they could be comfortable. I don't see a whole lot of women just, I don't want to say wasting money, because getting your hair, nails, and all that stuff, it's not wasting money. Um, but I think a lot of people are doing things on their own. They're doing their own nails and doing their own hair to save money, so that they can spend on traveling and other things that they like. Um, the women who are struggling a little bit more, that are living paycheck to paycheck, um, the trend I'm seeing is not a good one. I'm seeing women who are taking care of everybody else but themselves. So they're taking care of family members, they're taking care of partners, significant others, and they aren't taking care of themselves. They aren't getting their bills paid. They aren't. I was going to say they aren't saving, but that's not always. That's not always something that you're able to do. There's a time to save, and there's a time where you have to spend your money. I can't stack all my money in savings for later, for my retirement, or whatever, a couple years down the road, and I can't eat today.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be able to take care of yourself today, and then you can worry about saving later. So, but just some of the basic things they just struggle with. And the first thing would be just taking care of themselves and not everybody else. Of course, your children, yes, you need to, you're obligated to take care of them. But a grown man that's not working and he's laying up in your house, eating you and your kids' food, I don't.
Juice box king.
Yeah, there's
So,
no judgment. There's no judgment. I would challenge that particular female, that particular woman, to assess what her values are, and how she wants to live her life, and match that up with, these are the things you say are important. And that's one of the activities I do with women. So let's look at what you say is important, and then let's look at where you're spending your time and your money and your attention. And then we look at how those two lists are unequal and unbalanced. So that's really a eye opener for women when we do that activity.
and I want to encourage women to um, get away from supporting a man that's not working in your house. This is what I would tell my daughters, because I have two daughters that are not married and they have their own apartment or their own house. And I wouldn't want another dude living with my daughters, because my daughters work too hard to have
Yeah.
what they have, to have a man that's not working live in their house. So that's what I encourage people to do, especially women. Um, you know, he must have burned a lot of bridges if he can't find a place to stay, and he's not living with his parents, if he has them, or a relative. So you don't want him getting in there and shacking up with you in order to have a place to stay, and he's not pulling his weight. But and I know it's hard. I know it's hard out here for
pulling weight.
Yeah. Oh, what's pulling weight?
Yeah, because we're not talking about a man that's not working and but he's pulling his weight. How can he pull his weight in other ways? He's not working a job.
Yeah. He can pull his weight from helping you around the house, making sure the house is clean, picking up the kids. If you have kids or blended family, you can have him do things like that, maintaining the house. But if your house is dirty and you're working as a female and the man isn't working, but he's not cooking, cleaning, and taking care of things, and acting in a loving way, that's something that you don't have to put up with.
Yeah.
So, and we're seeing men that don't care, that they might have their significant other's car, and they might not even bring them food if they need it, or any type of support, do the kind things to the women. But if he's drinking all day and smoking all day and playing games, and you're at work, that's not a good look.
You can do better.
You can do better.
You can do better.
And like I always say, you can do better. You can do bad all by yourself. So we want to empower women to take care of themselves, because we see so many women that aren't married, but they might be in a relationship, but the partner isn't doing anything. And when I say he's not doing anything, and I don't like bashing men because it's hard enough out here for a man, but these guys aren't doing anything. And me, I'm going to judge you because I'm a hard worker and I started at 18 and I took care of a family for the last 30 years. So yes, I'm going to judge you. Yeah, I'm going to judge you. And if you come in here, I'm going to tell you when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Now we will do that.
Yeah, I
We
will.
will
I
tell
will
you.
tell
We
you.
don't.
I'm gonna
We
tell you in a
don't.
nice way.
Yeah, we
And
don't
then I'm gonna tell you.
pacify poor behavior. We are trying to make changes. Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't pacify that.
yeah. You got to step your game up as a man,
Yeah.
and women don't let them walk on you. But anyway, a lot of people have split accounts. We have couples that one couple does pay all the bills, or sometimes they split their individual bills. So the man has his bills, the woman has her bills, and that's it. But if one of them falls short, the other one might help. We got some couples that if one falls short, the other one ain't coming to help them. And that's what they've agreed to.
Yeah.
It's not based on what we say. It's based on how you want to set your money up.
Yeah.
Some have a joint account where they put their money in there for bills,
Yeah.
and they pay only the joint bills together.
Yeah.
But then he has his money, she has her money. So it all depends on how you want. Some women have it. They got it going on. They got money. They don't need a man to take care of them. And they're not with that man because he has money or doesn't have money, because they can take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And so they maintain their own money. So it's all about managing your expectations of what you want. Some people are traditional and some aren't in this era. I think it all can work.
Yeah, I was gonna say none of it is necessarily wrong. I think
Right.
you said something really important. They agree to it. There has to be an agreement. You
Yeah.
have to. This where communication comes in. You have to talk about money, and it's very challenging for some people, and it's emotional. We've had some heated discussions. We've cried.
Yeah.
Like, money is very emotional, especially when you don't have any or you have a little bit that you have to stretch. It's
or mismanaged, and we've mismanaged money in the past before.
Yeah.
So
it's stressful, but that doesn't mean you avoid it. When you avoid it, it just means you're delaying the problem for another day. And then when you continue to do that, you're stacking the problem, and then it overflows, explodes, or whatever. It's not a good situation. So delaying just means it's inevitable for a disaster. Yeah.
And if you want to learn more about empowering yourself as a woman, please schedule an appointment with Tammy. If you want to empower your relationship and learn more about communication, finance, and love, parenting, schedule an appointment. And also watch this video, like and share, and we will post another one soon.
Look at his shirt, y'all. Isn't this nice?
I know it's my dog. Is it backwards or is that just me because of the camera?
Black therapists are dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one. I should have worn mine today.
That's okay, man.
I know we're filming.
You
Okay,
don't have
guys.
to copy me.
We're going to leave that.
All right. Deuces.
Ci vediamo dopo.
It does.